Donald Trump is declared the clear winner of the Iowa caucuses, the first in the nation vote to decide the Republican nominee for president. He's been denied a clean sweep of the Iowa's 99 counties by one vote. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has claimed second place, giving his campaign an edge over former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley. Sky News Washington correspondent Annalise Nielsen is in Iowa.
Donald Trump's claimed victory in the rural state of Iowa, the first in the nation that casts a vote to decide who will be the Republican candidate for president in this upcoming November election. The result went resoundingly in Donald Trump's favour. He won every county in the state and just over 50% of the votes. 54,783 at the last count went to Donald Trump. What this does also show us, though, is that the turnout was down on previous years, especially the record year of 2016. It was widely expected, though, given how freezing the temperatures have been. We're waiting to see if this has been the coldest Iowa caucus on record since 1972, but it's certainly very close, with most of the state in temperatures down to the -20s Celsius. Donald Trump has claimed that victory in a resounding speech, and he was very much foreshadowing himself becoming the nominee, and this being a ring match for Trump and Biden.
We're going to seal up the border because right now we have an invasion. They're coming from countries that most people have never heard of. And they're coming from mental institutions and insane asylums. They're being emptied out into our country. And they're terrorists. Many terrorists are coming in. We're going to have a deportation level that we haven't seen in this country for a long time, since Dwight Eisenhower, actually. So I don't want to be overly rough on the president, but I have to say that he is the worst president that we've had in the history of our country.
By the same token, half the voters in this very deep red Republican state are just as happy with an alternative to the former president. Ron DeSantis and Nikki Haley, in their speeches this evening, made the promise that they could deliver a new leadership for America.
70% of Americans don't want another Trump-Biden rematch.
We represent a chance to reverse the madness that we've seen in this country.
It was the end of the road for Vivek Ramaswamy. However, he suspended his campaign when he admitted they didn't get the surprise upset result in Iowa they were hoping for.
There is no path for me to be the next president absent things that we don't want to see happen in this country. And I think that I am very worried for our country. I think we are skating on thin ice as a nation.
When we've been speaking to voters here in Iowa, the support for Donald Trump was very much front and center.
I want him back in office so bad, and I'm not voting Democrat. I don't care what you say.
Nikki Haley. I don't want someone who has a lot of baggage coming in.
You know, I like Trump, but I can't vote for him this time. We have to stop all that. They have to start working for the United States. They have to start working for us.
The Iowa caucuses aren't always the best indicator of who will end up being the nominee for the Republican Party or indeed President of the United States. In 2016, it was Ted Cruz who won the state, not Donald Trump, and it wasn't contested in 2020. But in the best representation of where this race is heading, Donald Trump is going to court first in New York before he can make any more campaign stops.